There is a kind of exhaustion that doesn't show. You still answer messages, you still do what's expected, but inside something feels quietly drained. Not the kind of tired that sleep fixes, not the kind that earns concern or understanding. It's the tired that learns how to stay hidden, the tired that keeps going because stopping doesn't feel like an option. If this feels familiar, you're not imagining it, and you're not alone in it. Some exhaustion lives behind calm faces and steady voices. It carries itself carefully. It learns how not to be seen. Stay here for a moment. This message was made for that unseen tiredness. There is nothing wrong with you for feeling this way. This kind of exhaustion doesn't come from weakness. It comes from effort that's been steady for a long time. Often it belongs to people who learn to be reliable, people others lean on, people who keep things running, tight even when they're running low. You may have taught yourself not to show it, not because you're hiding something dishonest, but because showing it never felt safe, helpful, or allowed. So you adapted. You kept your voice even. You kept your posture upright. You told yourself you could rest later. That doesn't mean the exhaustion isn't real. It means you became skilled at carrying it quietly. If you've ever wondered why you feel tired even on good days, or why relief never fully arrives, this is part of that story. You don't need to justify this feeling here. You don't need to minimize it. For now, it's enough to let it be acknowledged. Much of what exhausts you doesn't make noise. It doesn't announce itself. It accumulates in small, steady ways. It's the remembering, the anticipating, the adjusting yourself to keep peace, to keep things moving, to keep others comfortable. You may carry concerns that don't belong to just one moment. They stretch across days, sometimes years, loose ends that never fully rest. There is effort in being the dependable one, the one who notices what needs to be done before anyone asks, the one who holds space for other people's emotions while setting yours aside. That kind of effort uses energy most people never see. And because it's invisible, it often goes unacknowledged, even by you. You might tell yourself it's not that bad, that others have it harder, that you should be able to handle this. But quiet weight is still weight, and carrying it alone changes how the body and mind feel over time. This is why the exhaustion can feel confusing. You're not overwhelmed in one dramatic way. You're worn down in many small ones. If you're listening and nodding gently inside, it's okay to stay with this recognition a little longer. There's no rush to move on yet. Most people don't hide exhaustion without a reason. It's something that's learned, often early, often quietly. You may have noticed at some point that showing tiredness didn't help. Maybe it created worry. Maybe it was dismissed. Maybe it made things more complicated instead of easier. So you adapted. You learned how to stay composed, how to be fine even when you weren't. For some, strength became a role, a way to stay included, a way to stay safe, a way to avoid becoming a burden. Over time, that role can feel permanent, like taking it off would disappoint people, or expose something you're not sure how to explain. You might even feel uncomfortable when others offer help, not because you don't need it, but because you learned not to expect it. None of this means you did anything wrong. It means you developed a skill that helped you survive and function. But survival skills can be tiring when they never get a break. If part of you feels relief just hearing this named, that's a sign of recognition, not weakness. You're allowed to understand how you got here without forcing yourself to change yet. Stay with this awareness. There's more unfolding gently ahead. Even when you don't say it out loud, your body often knows. It keeps quiet records. The heaviness that settles in for no clear reason. The way motivation comes and goes. The sense of moving through your day on low volume. You might still function, still complete what's needed, but everything takes a little more effort than it used to. Sometimes it shows up as emotional flatness. Not sadness exactly, just less color than before. Sometimes it's the urge to withdraw, or the feeling that rest never quite restores you. These are not failures, they're signals, gentle ones. They don't demand immediate fixing. They simply reflect how long you've been carrying more than you let on. Your nervous system is not trying to alarm you, it's trying to keep you going the best way it knows how. If this message feels like it's describing you with surprising accuracy, that doesn't mean something is wrong. It means something has been true for a while. You don't have to rush away from this recognition. There's no pressure to act on it right now. Just noticing can be enough for this moment. You don't have to reach a breaking point to deserve care. You don't have to fall apart for your exhaustion to count. There is a quiet belief many people carry that rest must be earned through visible struggle, that support comes only after collapse. But your tiredness doesn't need to perform to be valid. It doesn't need witnesses. It doesn't need permission. Even if you're still functioning, even if others think you're doing fine, even if you've convinced yourself it's manageable, you are still worthy of gentleness. Care isn't only for emergencies, it's also for those long stretches where you've been steady for too long. You're allowed to acknowledge fatigue privately, without explaining it, without defending it, without comparing it to anyone else's. This isn't about giving up. It's about recognizing that strength doesn't mean endless output. Sometimes the most supportive thing is simply letting yourself be human without requiring a dramatic reason. If part of you feels softened hearing this, that's not weakness showing. That's truth being allowed a little space. Stay with that feeling. We're not finished yet. If you're listening to this, there's a quiet understanding happening, not something dramatic, just a gentle sense of being seen. You don't have to respond to it. You don't have to do anything with it. Sometimes connection is simply recognizing yourself in a few calm words, knowing that someone else understands this kind of tiredness without needing you to explain it. You might notice your breathing slow slightly, or your shoulders lower just a bit. That's enough. You can stay with this message as long as you need. Let it keep you company for a moment. There's one more part ahead, and it's meant to be taken slowly. You don't have to prove how tired you are. You don't have to make it visible for it to be real. The fact that you're still standing does not cancel out how much you've carried. The fact that you've managed does not mean it's been easy. Rest doesn't always begin with stopping everything. Sometimes it begins here, with permission, with softness, with letting yourself be held by understanding instead of expectations. You are allowed to be cared for quietly, allowed to need gentleness without explanation, allowed to be enough exactly as you are in this moment. Nothing is being asked of you right now. There's no next step you have to figure out, no strength you need to summon, just this breath, this pause, this knowing that your exhaustion has been seen. You can carry this sense of safety with you, not as a solution, but as a reminder. You are not failing, you are not weak, you are human. And for now, that is enough.